CBS Sports College Football Postgame Show is presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Would it be a contest or a coronation? It was the latter. LSU 37, Georgia 10. The Tigers are SEC champions for the first time since 2011, and now a celebration. Tonight on CBS begins with Bull, followed by back-to-back editions of 48 Hours. Tonight only CBS, as we welcome you to the College Football Postgame Show presented by Rocket Mortgage. I'm Adam Zucker, joined once again by my buddies Rick Neueisel and Brian Jones, who were very correct about the Tigers winning behind the Heisman frontrunner Joe Burrow.
You know, there's so many online dating services, right? Relationship services. I've got one, instantoffense.com. Joe, meet Joe. Joe Brady and Joe Burrow have combined for a season unlike anything I've ever seen. They are on stage again today, and they did not disappoint.
So swipe left for L and LSU?
Exactly. I'm telling you.
That is incredible. I tell you what, Joe Burrow had multiple Heisman moments in this ball game, but what I also know is they can play small ball when they need to. They can pick and poke with the best of them, so it's not always the long ball, which they also hit when they need to. But this is a complete football team.
It is a strong case for number one, and they're getting set for a trophy presentation. We'll have that for you live from Atlanta when we return. Welcome back to the College Football Postgame Show presented by Rocket Mortgage. Hugs and tears of joy among those in purple and yellow as we send it down to Jamie Erdahl for the trophy presentation.
Save the last one we're going to be on.
Good evening, Atlanta. We are here to congratulate and award the 2019 SEC Championship to Louisiana State Universities. To no one's surprise and to everyone in Louisiana's pride, Joe Burrow is your MVP of this game.
Congratulations. That's yours. Well done, man.
Joe, I know you just put together a season that everybody dreams of. But now that you've lived it, do you feel like you fulfilled a dream that you had all along?
Absolutely. Playing for this great university and this great state is a dream come true for me. I have great people around me, great fan base. I couldn't be in a better place.
You had a couple impressive runs, passes. You even caught one of your own passes and were able to run for one. How can you put into words the season that you just had in your second year at LSU?
You know, this is what we worked for. This doesn't come to a surprise to anybody on this stage right here. You know, we've worked for this for our whole lives. 13-0, you don't get any better, but we're not done yet.
I saw you take a moment and take this scene in. What message do you have for all these people out here that were with you along the way?
Thank you so much for allowing me to become a Louisiana native. I couldn't. You know, I love everybody in the state. The state's been great to me, and these great people have welcomed me like a brother.
Well, congratulations once again. Next up, Heisman Trophy ceremony for you. Coach O, you've been through a lot in your career. Are you able to summarize the feelings you have right now about this team and this season?
Just so proud of these guys. This is not our final destination. We have 2 more games to play, so we're going to get to work tomorrow and get ready to go on our next opponent. But we are so proud to win the SEC in the best conference in the United States. I'm so proud of our coaching staff and our players and the greatest fans in the world.
I know we talk a lot about Joe Burrow, but there are some gentlemen on this team that deserve to be recognized as well. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Derek Stingley Jr. What is there to say about the remaining players on this group and the product they put on the field for you?
The heart, the courage, the character, the grit. I see these guys on a daily basis, how much they're committed to winning, and they're great representation of the LSU Tigers. I'm so proud of these guys.
Well, the only thing we have left to do is award a 2019 SEC champion trophy, and I will allow the commissioner of the SEC, Greg Sankey, to do so.
Thank you, Jamie. Let me say thank you to the fans of the SEC, the greatest fans in college football. Thank you, too, to the fans from the University of Georgia tonight, to a great team for a great season. Congratulations to them on their Eastern Division championship. Now it's my privilege to present to Coach Ed Ogeron and the LSU Fighting Tigers the 2019 SEC Championship Trophy. Congratulations.
That's it for us here in Atlanta. Your 2019 SEC champions have hoisted their trophy. This stage is rocking. Have a good evening, everybody.
And the celebration continues for these LSU fans. None of them left, and they might be right back here on December 28th, whether they're number 1 or number 2, right? But they made a strong case for number 1, and we'll see what Joe Burrow's old teammates do tonight in the Big Ten Championship as Ohio State faces Wisconsin. Mr. and Mrs. Burrow sharing a smooch.
What a dream they've lived.
How about that?
We made a pretty good baby.
We're talking now about who's going to be number 1. It's a foregone conclusion that Oklahoma will be the 4th team in this conversation.
Right.
But who will be number 1? I think LSU has stamped their ticket to be the number 1 team, Brian, given this performance and the impressive nature of it.
I would agree with you. They played the number 4 team in the nation. They whipped them. It was never in question. And so this was as impressive as it gets in a conference championship game. We'll see what happens later. But I thought LSU should have stayed at number 1 when they were demoted a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they went back and forth. Now, for Georgia, where do the Dogs go from here to be the team that can win this?
Well, we've been talking about him all year. This offense has been kind of stale. So Kirby Smart may have to make like his former mentor in ball, Nick Saban, and sexy this thing up somewhat. They had Justin Fields, of course, so maybe they were looking towards the future. They need to go back and revisit that.
One school of thought is it was attrition. They just caught up to him at season's end. The other school of thought is he's got to catch up. We saw an unbelievable rise of an offense there in the Bayou. Does Kirby Smart have to follow suit? Justin Fields out the door. He's got to find another one, see if they can catch up with these Tigers.
Justin Fields, by the way, 37 touchdowns, 1 interception. He got some Heisman talk, but Joe Burrow is the front runner. Who does he meet there next weekend?
Jalen, go ahead.
I'm going with Burrow. I also like Hurts. And how about Jamar Chase leading the nation in receiving 20 or 18 touchdowns after the day and 20 yards per catch?
Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, and Joe Burrow will be the 3 finalists in New York. Joe Burrow will hold up that straight-arm trophy because he said straight-arm to anybody who said he couldn't do it. He was a phenomenal performer all season long.
Yeah, some teams have a couple contenders. Well, we thank you for watching the College Football Postgame Show presented by Rocket Mortgage. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on CBS. And a reminder, next Saturday, be sure to join us for an American tradition, the 120th Army-Navy game presented by USAA. The game is at 3 Eastern. Our coverage begins at 2:30 Eastern from the sideline. And the NFL on CBS kicks off tomorrow with a doubleheader. Most will see the Ravens and Bills, followed by the Chiefs and Patriots. It all gets started at noon Eastern with the NFL today. For all of us, have a great evening and congratulations to the LSU Tigers.